Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Good morning, everybody. We're taking a live look outside our downtown Providence studios. A much cooler morning out there. We're going to check in with Chelsea for more on the forecast in just a moment. But first, here are some of the top stories you'll see on Good Morning Providence. Lace up those running shoes. It is Marathon Monday. 30,000 runners ready to pound the pavement for the Boston Marathon. We have team coverage this morning. Plus, Providence police arrest a man caught on camera breaking and entering. We have reaction from those who were targeted. And those Boston Celtics, they take game one in their first round playoff series against the Brooklyn Nets. We have a full recap of the dramatic victory coming up. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Doreen Scanlon. It is 5 o'clock on this Monday, April 18th. And in Massachusetts, that means it is Patriots Day. And with that comes the Boston Marathon. Our team coverage of the 126th running of the Boston Marathon. We've got Chelsea in the Weather Center with that marathon forecast. But first, Casey Cantz live at the starting line in Hopkinton. I can only imagine it's electric, Case.
It is. It really is. And you mentioned how chilly it is out here this morning. And, yeah, it's going to take a little while to warm up, I think, for some of these runners out there. But good morning to you, Doreen. And you mentioned it is Patriots Day today. And this is the first time the Boston Marathon in some 3 years will be run again on Patriots Day. Very, very exciting. The race field up to 30,000 again this year as we are back to some normalcy here at the Boston Marathon. We're live here in Hopkinton at the starting line. Some folks starting to gather behind me a little bit. And we mentioned the 30,000 athletes that'll be a part of this marathon today. And really the number one thing on a lot of folks' mind heading into today is that of security. And organizers say it is their number one priority. You had the unfortunate incident that happened last week in New York, the subway there in Brooklyn, the shooting there on a subway in Brooklyn, and also, of course, the Boston Marathon bombing of 2013, still fresh on the mind of many here. Again, organizers preparing for the first full-scale Boston Marathon on Patriots Day since 2019.
Oh, excited to keep checking in with Casey all morning long. We are looking at some chilly conditions, like he said, early on to start the day, sitting in the mid-30s in the Providence area under partly clear conditions. Breezes coming in out of the west that makes us feel a bit cooler, but on the horizon, it's 5 a.m. You can already see just a gorgeous glow out there. We're going to see sunshine for the morning hours today into the early afternoon. That sunrise happening basically at about 6 o'clock this morning. Up in Boston right now, it's 39 degrees, 30 in Norwood, 32 in Smithfield, 36 in Providence, 36 in Newport, 32 in New Bedford, and things are quiet and clear on our satellite radar image, so we do have sunshine expected for a good portion of the day today. Now, a much wider view shows you kind of a circle of clear sky over the northeast. We'll see sunshine for now, but you can see in the corner of your screen, the bottom corner of your screen, some rain inching closer to us, and we have winds and rain that are going to pick up as we head through the overnight hours. So we're sunny today. You'll see some increasing clouds into the afternoon hours, and while we are starting the day chilly, we end up with temperatures in the mid-50s, only slightly cooler than average out there for this time of year. And up in Boston, it's a cool start. We do have sunshine through the morning hours, and eventually this afternoon we're hovering around 50 degrees. So a cooler than average day, but still a nice day up in Boston. I'll have a look at that rain and the wind expected overnight coming up in just a few minutes. Let's get a check of the roads first. Here's Sam.
ABC6 Traffic is sponsored by Green Valley Medical Clinic.
Yeah, thanks, Chelsea. It's a nice Monday morning, especially if you're going to be running. Sounds like excellent running weather. We'll give you a look at the roads this morning just past 504. If you're heading into the city from the East Bay, the ramps are closed at Gano Street on 195 West. You're going to want to hop off somewhere else. But besides that, it's all clear around Providence. We'll give you a look at the drive times here. Maybe you're heading up to the marathon to watch or perhaps run. If you're taking 95, it'll take you 19 minutes to get between 295 and 128. On the other side, on 24, it'll take you just 16 minutes between 495 and 93. I'm Sam LaFrance with your updated traffic. Someone who's already made the drive again is our KC Cantz. He is out there in Hopkinton. Let's get a check-in with him.
Yeah, we're still here, Sam. It is a little chilly out here to start our Monday, our Patriots Day, our Boston Marathon 2022. But boy, it's very exciting. Lots of buzz in the air. No question about that around here. No question about that. Something that's very special is going to be happening when these runners do eventually go off later this morning around 9 o'clock, just before 9 o'clock. If you're here in Massachusetts around the starting line, or if you're at the finish line in Boston, we're going to get a flyover of two C-130s later this morning, which is going to be so super cool to see out here live. That's going to be just before 9 o'clock this morning, before those first athletes go off. The aircraft's going to fly over the course. They're going to start here in Hopkinton. We're going to see them fly over here, and they're going to make their way to Boylston, where they're going to fly over the finish line. And they're going to do it in a span of like 3-4-ish minutes or something. So that's going to be so cool to see coming up later this morning. It's actually just after 10 o'clock, I should say. Just after 10 o'clock this morning, we're going to see them. A couple other things I want to run down for you this morning, too. If you are making your way up here, like Sam was talking about, the traffic and the road restrictions, very important too, because a lot of stuff's going to be shut off. You want to make sure you're getting to where you need to be in a timely fashion. Let's run those down here for you. In effect today in the Back Bay, Beacon Hill, Brighton, Fenway, Kenmore, North End, and Government Center. If you're heading up to the race, those street closures and parking restrictions are going to take effect in those places. Folks coming into the city for the events also urged not to drive their personal vehicles. So if you can take public transportation, that is what the MBTA is urging you to do this morning and throughout the day. They are adding some extra trains to help with the added congestion. The same thing will go on your way home as well. The MBTA advises riders to purchase a round-trip ticket rather than a one-way ticket if you want to come to the race and then get out in a timely fashion as well. It's going to be packed, no question about it. We're going to start to see some folks filtering in here, I imagine, in the next couple of minutes or so. Speaking of the next couple of minutes or so, coming up on Good Morning Providence just a little bit, we're going to have more live coverage here from Hopkins, the starting line of the Boston Marathon. And we're going to introduce you to a local woman who is running her first ever Boston Marathon this year. And there's a very special reason and a couple of very special people that she will be running in honor of today. For now, though, live in Hopkinton, I'm Casey Cantz for ABC 6 News. Doreen, back to you.
All right, Casey, thank you. Well, happening now on Good Morning Providence, a man in Providence has been arrested after being caught on camera attempting to rob the same home multiple times, causing the residents in the neighborhood to be on high alert, checking their locks and their homes and other items. Good Morning Providence reporter Dominique Turner is in the newsroom with more on this. Dom, good morning.
Good morning, Doreen. Providence police say they arrested a 48-year-old man Wednesday afternoon after multiple attempts of breaking and entering into a home on the east side. Residents now urged to keep a closer look on their belongings. Police say 48-year-old Harry Wheeler was caught on camera breaking and entering multiple times in this Providence neighborhood. Wheeler was caught on camera several times stealing from a Lorraine Avenue home. Providence police telling ABC 6 News Ring camera video footage showed Wheeler stealing a bike from someone's garage early in the morning back on April 5th. He was then caught on camera in another robbery attempt at the same house just 8 days later, this past Wednesday. ABC 6 News visited the neighborhood Saturday afternoon. While neighbors declined to speak on camera, many of them were aware of Wheeler's breaking and entering and have been checking on their locks and their belongings and all of their other items after hearing about these break-ins. While they can't confirm who did it, one resident tells us off camera their bike was taken out of their garage and other items were stolen several days ago. However, it is unknown if Wheeler attempted to break in at any other homes. Now that Wheeler has an extensive criminal history, court records show he's been charged with 6 felonies and 6 misdemeanors over the last 5 years. These are charges that include breaking and entering with criminal intent, conspiracy, larceny with one instance totaling more than $1,500, attempted larceny, and injuring or tampering vehicles and unlawful breaking and entering. Police tell us at this time there's no threat to the public. Right now, no word on any court appearance for Wheeler, but we'll obviously keep you updated on that, both on air and online at abc6.com. For now, live in the newsroom, I'm Dominique Turner, ABC 6 News.
All right, Tom, thank you. And Providence police say that over the weekend, shots were fired while officers were trying to break up a party, the incident leading to an arrest. Police say this happened about 1 o'clock Sunday morning when they got noise complaints about a party on the 200 block of Manton Avenue. When officers arrived, they tried to break up a large group of people who were outside, telling them to go inside or leave the area. Then at the intersection of Bosworth and Aleppo Streets, those officers heard gunshots. They found a man on a motorbike who they say looked like he was hiding a weapon. That man identified as 41-year-old Joseph Trott. He tried to flee the scene, but police eventually caught up to him. He told officers someone allegedly threw the gun at him before taking off. Trott was searched and police found a loaded weapon along with cocaine, marijuana, and ammunition. Also in Providence, a city council member posting this picture on social media Sunday morning showing a car in the water at Roger Williams Park in Providence. You can see the passenger door open with police officers and firefighters at the scene. As of now, no injuries reported. And a barn fire in Warren late Saturday night killed several farm animals and destroyed equipment. Firefighters say they responded to Barton Avenue about 11:30. Crews had to open a gate for the animals, but some of them didn't make it out. Firefighters were able to stop the fire, though, from spreading to a nearby home. The cause is still under investigation. And an entire terminal at Logan Airport cleared out because of a suspicious item in someone's luggage Sunday afternoon. Massachusetts State Police officials say they were alerted by TSA agents about 4 o'clock about a suspicious item during a screening. Officials called in the bomb squad to check the item. Troopers discovered it was just a gaming console that was in bad condition from old age or damage. It is 5:10, and we've got a lot more still to come for you here on Good Morning Providence. A dramatic win for the Celtics in Game 1 against the Nets. ABC 6 Sports Director Nick Coit will have a recap of the game. And meet a Rhode Island native running the Boston Marathon. Why she's up to the challenge for a close friend. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6. We'll be right back.
You bet your life.
Get out of here.
No, you get out of here.
This is a Rob Levine and Associates Zantac alert. If you take Zantac or have in the past and have any of these cancers, call me, Attorney Rob Levine. Call 1-800-LAW-1222 now. I'm Attorney Rob Levine, and we're all about helping you.
Cox keeps you connected with reliably fast panoramic Wi-Fi, giving you whole home coverage. Get services the day you move in with Easy Connect included. And advanced security to help protect your devices from online threats. Just imagine what the power of our internet could do in your hands.
Did you get it? Got it.
See if you qualify for free internet through the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program.
Milk with your cereal with Fairlife. It's more like cereal with your ultra-filtered milk with a creamy taste plus 50% more protein, 50% less sugar. Turn nutrition into nutrition. Fairlife ultra-filtered milk.
At Bristol County Savings Bank, we take great pride in providing small businesses with innovative financial solutions to fit their unique needs. Our experienced lending team is ready to work closely with you to develop customized financing for your business.
My name is Janelle Ciano, and I'm the owner of Emma Marie's Grooming and Daycare. I chose Bristol County Savings Bank for my financial needs because I was a young entrepreneur and they saw my vision. At the time that I opened my business, the pet service industry wasn't being taken seriously. Bristol County Savings Bank stepped up and gave me the financing that I needed to make my dreams a reality. Bristol County is more than a bank. They have a team of the most caring people that are rooting for you every step of the way. They make banking easy, and they care about you and your business.
If you're looking for a community bank that will be responsive to your needs and help your business grow, look no further than Bristol County Savings Bank. Stop into one of our branch offices or visit bristolcountysavings.com.
When you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be back. Let's do this. I'll be there by your side. I'll be anything you want to do.
Good morning, America.
This is a Rob Levine and Associates Zantac alert. If you take Zantac or have in the past and have any of these cancers, call me, Attorney Rob Levine. Call 1-800-LAW-1222 now. I'm Attorney Rob Levine, and we're all about helping you.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 5:14, and Good Morning Providence continues now with our coverage of the Boston Marathon. In just a few hours, thousands of runners are going to hit the streets for the 126th running of the Boston Marathon. They're happy it's race day, though, so for many of them, training was a challenge in and of itself. Good Morning Providence anchor Casey Kantz is live at the starting line this morning with more. Hi, Casey.
Hey, good morning, Doreen. Yeah, you said it. There's going to be over 30,000 athletes taking place in this year's Boston Marathon, and one of them, a local woman, she's a Burrillville native, and this is her first ever marathon. This is all new for her. The training is all new for her, and so was the fundraising and why she is doing this as well. Just a really, really special story. We had a chance to check in with Candace Burrows is her name, been preparing and training tirelessly. And not just about running this race either for Candace. That's enough, right? No, she was inspired by a longtime friend, a friend she's known since high school, who recently lost her leg tragically in an accident. That inspiration led to Candace linking up with the Heather Abbott Foundation. Abbott, a Newport native who lost her leg following the 2013 marathon bombing. Candace, now one of 11 runners competing on behalf of that foundation. She's led an incredible fundraising campaign, like I mentioned, that aims to help amputees get prosthetic devices.
Everybody came together for this foundation. They believed in the foundation. They believed in me. And I have never quit on training, never quit on fundraising. 100% went into this every day, and it shows.
So it was just by happenstance that Candace happened to apply to run on our team. And at the same time, we happened to be organizing a grant for Kendra to receive a new high heel prosthesis. And so it was just fate that we all came together at the same time.
Boy, we are so proud of Candace, and we're so excited to see how she does today. She's going to be going off around 11 o'clock this morning. Part of an 11-member team called Team Limitless. They were picked nationwide. 11 people picked nationwide to be on Team Limitless for the Heather Abbott Foundation. Well, runners also going to get a special treat today. About 3 miles into this race, we're talking about our good buddy, Spencer the dog, and we can never get enough of this video. Spencer the dog. He'll be wagging his tail and greeting runners in Ashland. Last week, Spencer was named the official dog of the 126th Boston Marathon. He got his own personalized bib to celebrate. Spencer's owner says this year's return is extra special. The Golden Retriever is cancer-free.
It's a miracle. He's a miracle boy. He's an inspiration for a lot of people that, you can do it.
And again, Spencer will be at the usual location along the route in Ashland, about 2 to 3 miles into the marathon course. We're so excited to see Spencer today. We're so excited to see Candace Burrows running as well. We're just so excited at the marathon's back on Patriots Day, too. Should be a wonderful day. Much more coverage still to come. For now, though, live from Hopkinton at the 126th Boston Marathon, I'm Casey Kantz for ABC 6 News.
Thanks, Casey. A little chilly up in Boston this morning, but we have plenty of sunshine ahead of us through the morning hours. View from Richmond right now in Rhode Island, obviously. You can already see a nice glow on that horizon. Our sunrise happening at 6:01 this morning, getting closer and closer to the 5 o'clock hour. A nice early sunrise, a nice bright morning, but it is on the cool side of things to start the day. We're sitting at 36 degrees in Providence right now, 36 in Newport, 32 in Westerly, 32 in New Bedford, 27 in Taunton, 30 in Norwood, 39 in the Boston area right now, some 40s out towards the Cape. A little bit of a dip from where we even started the day yesterday. Yesterday morning was on the cool side of things, and now we're running 10 to 15 degrees below that in spots like Taunton and Norwood early this morning. Luckily, those spots have calm winds to start the day. We do have a little bit of a light breeze in the Providence area, makes us feel a bit cooler where you're getting that light breeze. Up in Boston right now, only a 6-mile-per-hour wind speed. The winds do pick up later today, but for the morning and into the early afternoon, things look quiet and relatively calm. The average high is now 60 degrees as we head into our second half of April. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, we kind of hover close to that, but slightly below average. You'll remember last week, we were running about 10 degrees above average each and every day. We do have some slightly warming conditions for the later part of the work week and into the upcoming weekend. Temperatures into that 60s range, but overall, we are just slightly cooler than average outside today. Satellite radar image is quiet and clear. Again, we have sunshine for a good portion of the morning today into the early afternoon. Much wider view shows you this circle, this area of high pressure right over the northeast right now, but that's going to gradually push east, and what you're going to see is eventually some rain inching closer to southern New England, and we end up with some heavy rain in the forecast overnight and some gusty winds, but the daytime today is rain-free. This really doesn't arrive until very late tonight. So you see sunshine through the morning hours. Into the afternoon, you'll slowly start to see those clouds rolling in from west to east, and then into the overnight hours, we are mostly cloudy through about midnight. This is midnight. Some heavier rain right on our doorstep, gusty winds, especially for coastal locations and out over southeastern Mass. This is some heavy rain falling overnight into very early tomorrow morning. Now, through the morning commute tomorrow, that heavy rain is coming to an end, but it does stay windy to start the day. We'll get a bit brighter into the afternoon, but it's a windy day, and then we continue to see brightening conditions and less wind. into Wednesday. In terms of rainfall totals, we're looking at anywhere from about an inch to an inch and a half, and that mainly falls between midnight and maybe 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's quite a bit of rain coming down all at once. We're going to want to watch for some ponding tomorrow morning, some big puddles on the roads to start the day. We also have some very gusty winds. 10 o'clock tonight, we're looking at wind gusts coming in from the east over 30 miles per hour. Eventually overnight, coastal locations have winds coming in over 50 miles or over 40 along the Rhode Island coastline, over 50 out towards the Cape and the islands. We continue to stay windy through tomorrow morning, gradually seeing that wind come to an end as we head through tomorrow afternoon. There is a wind advisory that's been issued for coastal Rhode Island through southeastern Mass, including the New Bedford area, that begins at 1 a.m., lasts until 10 a.m. tomorrow. High wind warning for the Cape and the islands, where those winds will be the highest, over 50 miles per hour gusting overnight. Your 7-day forecast is going to show you temperatures that are going to stay in the mid to upper 50s today, tomorrow. Wednesday, we see sunshine. We're partly sunny on Thursday, temperatures around 60, and we'll stay sunny and a little bit warmer on Friday. Doreen?
All right, Chelsea, thank you. Well, a truly dramatic game last night at the TD Garden. The Celtics took on the Brooklyn Nets. Jason Tatum scoring in the final moments to secure the win. ABC6 Sports Director Nick Coit has a full recap of the game.
Well, I guess Easter isn't known for its party atmospheres, but we had one here at TD Garden on this Easter Sunday, and rightfully so. Jason Tatum with a buzzer-beating layup to send the Celtics to a Game 1 victory, 115-114. Tatum had 31. That was the first buzzer beater of his career, believe it or not. It's the first playoff buzzer beater for the Celtics since Paul Pierce in 2010 at Miami, and it is the first home playoff buzzer beater in Celtics franchise history. Here is the hero, Jason Tatum, after the big shot, one of the biggest of his young career.
Honestly, I think, we all thought Smart was going to shoot it. So, last second shot, just crashed the glass. If it doesn't go in, try to make a play. But when he took that dribble, we just kind of made eye contact, and he made a great pass. And, I just had to make a layup.
Ime Udoka, coaching in his first playoff game for the C's, elected not to call timeout and let things play out, which in this case happened to work out.
Tell the guys all the time, we have an advantageous position we're in. I won't call a timeout. If I don't like what I see, I'll call it then. But Jalen had Dragic on him, and I love what he did. Drew 3 people, kicked it to Marcus. He drove fast too, and we got a wide open shot.
Tatum's big layup overshadowed a 39-point performance by the former Celtic and one of Boston's favorite villains, Kyrie Irving. Irving was shown in the national broadcast multiple times, flipping the bird to the crowd as the back and forth with the fan base continued in this new series.
This isn't my first time at TD Garden, so what you guys saw and what you guys think is as entertainment, or the fans think is entertainment, all is fair in competition. So if somebody's going to call me out of my name, I'm going to look at them straight in the eye and see if they really about it. Most of the time, they're not.
This year's series a little bit spread out, so we won't see the teams play again until Wednesday night. 7 o'clock is the tip-off for Game 2 as the Celtics take a 1-0 series lead. From TD Garden in Boston, I'm Nick Coit, ABC6 Sports.
All right, Nick, thank you. It is 5:23, and still to come on Good Morning Providence. High prices at the pump cause some to stay home this holiday weekend. We'll have the latest on the pain at the pump when we come back.
Bristol County, we make this commitment to you, an accurate forecast, how to plan the next 24 hours and when you can expect the next big weather maker. See 11 minutes of nonstop news and weather turn to 11 at 11, only on ABC6.
Watch ABC6 every night at 11. We're on it.
Warwick Tree Service provides safe and professional service for all your landscape and tree management projects. From tree removal and ground management to land clearing and stump grinding. Our goal is to provide our customers with the highest quality work at an affordable price. Call Warwick Tree Service today. Our team will help safeguard your home or business from unnecessary damage and can provide additional outdoor living space for your family.
Hello, this is Kyle from Warwick Tree Service. Give us a call today for a free estimate.
Get the word out. Rhode Islanders need to know. You may qualify for help paying for rent, utilities, even internet access. The pandemic's been hard on all of us. Let's move on by catching up on past due bills and future payments. Go to rentreliefri.com. Once you start the process, we're here to help you complete your application. It's quick, easy, and never needs to be paid back. So don't wait. Go to rentreliefri.com and apply today.
Somerset Liquors, quality spirits priced right.
B101 plays the 80s and more. It's the songs that pick you up while you're working with superstar artists like Billy Joel, Bon Jovi, Elton John, and Journey. Southern New England's workday soundtrack. The 80s and more on B101.
It's the B101 Morning Show with Kristen and Steve. Join us every weekday morning from 5:30 to 10.
We play the songs you love and get your workday started with a few laughs.
Listen at work, in the car, and on iHeartRadio with your smart device.
Kristen and Steve, B101.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
Welcome back. It's just about 5:26. Some consumer news, starting with the ongoing pain at the pump. Holiday weekends are usually busy with travel, but this year, with high gas prices and record levels of inflation, many Southern New Englanders decided to just stay home. Well, gas prices are on the decline. $4 a gallon at the pump is still having a serious impact, causing families who usually spend their Easter hopping from house to house deciding to spend the holiday at home this weekend.
A lot of my trips that are further away I can't take because it's not that much money, and the gas prices being so high, I'm not willing to drive more than maybe 5 to 10 miles. But even at that, it's a little hefty price at the gas pump.
But relief may be in sight. AAA reports that the global market is seeing lower fuel prices as the U.S. and other countries have released significant amounts of their oil reserves. And while it might be Patriots Day, Uncle Sam isn't taking the day off. The tax day deadline is here. Rhode Islanders do have until midnight to file. Massachusetts residents do get one more day to file as the Commonwealth does celebrate the holiday. This year's return will be a little more complicated than usual because this year filers need to factor in the child tax credit, the third stimulus check, and new rules about reporting income from cryptocurrency. The IRS is also urging that you file your return electronically. As of right now, it can take up to 6 months to process a paper return. All right, time for a check of our forecast. Here's Chelsea.
Thanks, Doreen. We see a nice bright sky outside through the first part of the day today. It's chilly early this morning, but we are going to see mostly sunny conditions as the day progresses. As we head into the later part of the afternoon, some clouds start to roll in. Highs today will be in the mid-50s range, just slightly cooler than average for this time of year. Clouds continue to thicken overnight, and early on in the morning hours tomorrow, you see some heavy rain coming into the area. That's going to come with some very gusty winds as well. We're talking about 1 inch to 1.5 inches falling in a short amount of time. So the morning commute tomorrow, there's going to be some puddles out there, some ponding on the roadways, but we do gradually start to dry out, and it does stay breezy, but we get brighter into tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday looks nice with sunshine and seasonable temperatures. Let's get a check of the roads. Here's Sam.
ABC6 Traffic is sponsored by Green Valley Medical Clinic.
Yeah, thank you, Chelsea. It does sound like some nice weather out there for the runners this morning. We'll give you a look at the roads here in Bristol County just before 5:30. Everything is looking nice and clear for you. 24 and 140 aren't going to give you any issues heading up towards Taunton, and 195 is completely clear through New Bedford and Fall River. Now let's give you a look at 495. That's not going to give you any issues either if that's part of your morning commute. And maybe you're heading up towards the marathon this morning. We'll give you a look at those drive times. If you're taking 95, it'll take you 19 minutes to get between 295 and 128. On the other side, on 24, it'll take you 17 minutes between 495 and 93. I'm Sam LaFrance with your updated traffic. Doreen, back to you.
All right, Sam, thank you. It is 5:28, and still to come on Good Morning Providence, Casey Cantz is live at the starting line of the Boston Marathon with another local story about a local runner. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC6. We'll be right back.
Time to get ready for summer. Turn it on. Hose it down. Fire it up. And don't forget to call Petro.
Petro?
That's right. At Petro Home Services, we promise to keep your AC system running at peak efficiency with a Sure Start AC tune-up. Our expert technicians will come when you call 24/7 in any emergency to keep your AC running smoothly. That's the Petro promise. Call Petro for these special offers.
Injured in a car wreck? Lots of attorneys will ask to help you, but not all lawyers are the same. I'm attorney Rob Levine. No other law firm has over 1,000 five-star reviews. They testify to our results. We win cases and exceed your expectations. Our size, experience, and my determination to excel for you is the difference between us and any other law firm. There's only one Rob Levine & Associates. Car wreck? get the heavy hitter.
Call 1-800-LAW-1222. When you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be back. Let's do this! I'll be there by your side. I'll be anything you want to.
Good morning, America.
The groundbreaking, lovable, heartfelt series is thriving.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy.
The Good Doctor, new tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
You better move if you want to go. Go ahead, yeah, on a roll. Turn up, yeah, listen to it. You better do it if you're gonna do it. Yeah, I never seen something like this, no. Never seen nothing.
It's your
like
journey.
this.
Own it in the Hyundai Tucson. Lease an all-wheel drive 2022 Hyundai Tucson for $219 a month with new inventory arriving daily. Hurry in.
I saw them at work. I saw them around town. They had savor's remorse. And I did too. I mean, sure, I paid less for auto insurance, but was it coverage enough? Could I trust the company to be there when I needed them? Then I found Amica.
Think about everything you have to protect. Then call Amica. Named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes. We'll help you understand your coverage options and exactly what you're paying for. Call for a quote and be confident you have the right insurance company behind you.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
Welcome back, everybody, to Good Morning Providence. It is 5:31 on this Marathon Monday. The 126th running of the race kicks off a little bit later this morning in Hopkinton, and that is where we find my co-anchor, Casey Cansey's live this morning. Cool for the spectators, Casey, but the temps pretty ideal for runners, I'd say.
I think you're right. I think they're going to like it, Doreen. Yeah, it is quite chilly this morning if you're out here in just a light jacket. But you're right. I think the runners are going to like this as the day progresses, getting to the 40s and 50s. That's good. That's good running weather. Not that I would know anything about that. But, yeah, starting to brighten up a little bit here in Hopkinton at the starting line. 30,000 athletes going to get ready to do this thing coming up in just a little bit later this morning. And we're just so excited. We're really excited. Back on Patriots Day for the first time in some 3 years. And we're excited for a great day, Doreen.
All right, Casey, thank you. Yes, really looking forward to seeing that. It just, Chelsea, gives you such a sense of return, right, after all these years without an April race.
Oh, no kidding. And those temperatures this morning, pretty typical for the middle part of April. It's feeling cool outside, but this is what we're looking at to start the day. Things are very dry on the Storm Tracker radar. We have a bright day ahead of us, especially through the morning hours into the early afternoon. Later on in the day, clouds start to increase, but right now on the Storm Tracker radar, not a drop in sight, not a cloud in sight. We're looking at plenty of sunshine. If you are heading out on the morning commute, we see sunshine, we see cool temperatures to start the day. Those clouds increase through the afternoon, but highs should make it into the low to mid 50s range. I'll have much more on what to expect as we head through tonight with rain and wind moving in just a few minutes. Doreen?
All right, Chelsea, thank you. And now to the latest on the crisis in Ukraine. This morning, a crucial battle for Ukraine's port city of Mariupol as Russian forces call on Ukrainians to surrender. Ukraine's prime minister vowing never to give up despite the grueling war-torn conditions. And President Zelensky warning that what happens in Mariupol could influence the entire war. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest.
The critical port city of Mariupol, besieged but not fallen. The Russian military says about 2,500 Ukrainian fighters are holed up inside this sprawling steel plant, the final pocket of the city's resistance. A Russian ultimatum for Ukrainians to surrender came and went Sunday, with Ukraine's prime minister saying they won't give up.
We will fight absolutely till the end, till the win in this war.
But Russia insists they're close to taking the war-torn city. Capturing it would be a strategic win, providing Russia with a crucial land bridge from Crimea to the eastern Donbass region, ahead of what is expected to be an intense wave of fighting for control of the region. Bodies lay out in the open as residents like this woman and her nieces try to flee. Their mother went to get diapers and disappeared. She's saying, "We don't know where she is." Ukrainian President Zelensky warning the battle for Mariupol may change the course of the war. He says thousands remain trapped without food and water, and the situation is not getting any better. As air raid sirens ring out across East Ukraine and firefighters in Kharkiv fight to extinguish flames from new Russian shelling, Zelensky has thanked President Biden for his latest pledge to send another $800 million to the region, but says more is needed. The U.S. has committed nearly $2.6 billion to Ukraine since the start of the war and is now considering sending an administration official to the capital, Kyiv.
We're making that decision now.
Emwin, ABC News, Washington.
It is now 5:35 and a man in Providence has been arrested after being caught on camera attempting to rob the same home multiple times, causing residents in the neighborhood to be on high alert, checking their locks on their homes and other items. Good morning, Providence reporter Dominique Turner is in the newsroom with more on this. Dom, good morning.
Good morning, Doreen. Providence police say they arrested a 48-year-old man Wednesday afternoon after multiple attempts of breaking and entering into a home over on the east side. Residents now urged to keep a close eye on their belongings. Police say 48-year-old Harry Wheeler, pictured right here on your screen, was caught on camera breaking and entering multiple times in this Providence neighborhood. Wheeler was caught on camera several times stealing from a Lorraine Avenue home. Providence police telling ABC 6 News Ring camera video footage showed Wheeler stealing a bike from someone's garage early in the morning on April 5th. Then he was caught on camera in another robbery attempt at the same house just 8 days later this past Wednesday. ABC 6 visited the neighborhood Saturday afternoon. While neighbors declined to speak on camera, many of them were aware of Wheeler's breaking and entering and have been checking on their locks and homes and other items after hearing about these break-ins. While they can't confirm exactly who did it, one resident tells us their bike was taken out of their garage and other items were stolen just several days ago. However, it is unknown if Wheeler attempted to break into any other homes. But now Wheeler has an extensive criminal history. Court records show he's been charged with 6 felonies and 6 misdemeanors over the last 5 years. Charges that include right here on your screen: breaking and entering with criminal intent, conspiracy, larceny with one instance totaling more than $1,500, attempted larceny, and injuring or tampering with vehicles, and unlawful breaking and entering. Police tell us there is no threat to the public at this time. Right now, there's no word on any court appearance for Wheeler, but we'll keep you updated on that both on air and online at abc6.com. For now in the newsroom, I'm Dominique Turner, ABC 6 News.
All right, Tom, thank you. And a Norton home badly damaged in a fire Sunday. Norton firefighters say this fire started about 4 o'clock on Charlotte Avenue. Firefighters were able to put out the flames with help from other fire departments, but most of the damage here was in the back of the house.
There was one person at home on the first floor, and there's no injuries, thankfully. We had assistance from 6 different communities here today.
Fire is still under investigation. Swansea firefighters rushing to put out a fire inside a large barn early Saturday morning. Fire crews were sent out to Stevens Road about 1 o'clock. When they showed up, they ran a hose through a neighbor's yard to put out the flames. Firefighters were able to protect the home from any damages. The cause of this fire is also under investigation. Warwick police are asking for your help finding a suspect involved in a hit and run last Tuesday. Police say the crash happened near the intersection of Centerville and Hardig Roads around 11:15 in the morning. The suspect crashed into the back of the victim's car, then drove off after finding out that police had been called. Investigators say the suspect was driving an easily identifiable prime gray colored sedan. The sedan has tinted windows and doesn't have a front or rear license plate. Police believe the vehicle would likely have severe damage in the front, with the hood crushed upwards or possibly removed. We take a live look outside this morning with our sky cam. Definitely a chilly start to this day. Chelsea's in the Weather Center with more on our forecast this morning.
Thanks, Lorraine. We're waking up in the mid to upper 30s range in the Providence area right now with sunshine on the horizon. That sun actually rising at 6:01 this morning. There's a light breeze out of the west. It's enough to make us feel a bit cooler in the Providence area. Other spots seeing calm conditions early this morning. Temperatures in spots like Taunton and Norwood hovering in the upper 20s and low 30s, a bit cooler in our low-lying spots. 36 in Providence, 36 in Newport, 39 up in Boston early this morning. A few of our slightly warmer, more seasonal spots early on to start the day. Satellite radar image is quiet. Wider view shows you a big circle of clear sky, nice big high pressure system over the northeast early this morning. But when you look down to our south and west, you can see rain and clouds, and we'll slowly start to see some clouds increasing into the afternoon hours. And then eventually, very late tonight, likely not until around midnight, rain arrives. So we have dry conditions today, just a few more clouds rolling in into the afternoon. Highs should top out in the mid-50s range, which is slightly cooler than average for this time of year. If you are heading up to Boston, we're looking at sunshine through the morning and temperatures into the afternoon into the upper 40s and low 50s, with that breeze slowly starting to pick up. I have heavy rain in the forecast overnight and gusty winds. I'll have much more in just a few minutes. Let's get a check of the roads first. Here's Sam.
ABC 6 Traffic is sponsored by Green Valley Medical Clinic.
Yeah, thanks, Chelsea. Sounds like you have some excellent news this morning. I'll try and follow that up. We have some pretty good news coming from me as well. The roads are looking pretty clear for you around Providence. Give you a look. The only issue you're going to face is if you're on 195 heading west. The Gano Street ramps are closed. You're going to want to hop off that highway somewhere else. Everywhere else around Providence isn't going to give you very many issues at all. 95, nice and clear through the capital city. Let's continue on up towards Boston. Maybe you're heading up to the marathon or maybe work. Could be a nice commute for you. It's only going to take you 19 minutes on 95 to get between 295 and 128. On the other side, on 24, it'll take you just 16 minutes between 495 and 93. I'm Sam LaFrance with your updated traffic. Doreen, back to you.
Sam, thank you. Good Morning Providence continues now with our coverage of the Boston Marathon. In just a few hours, 30,000 runners or so will hit the road, challenging themselves to run a marathon. This year's Boston Marathon will feature participants from all 50 states and 122 countries. For more, let's head to that starting line in Hopkinton and Casey Cantz this morning. Hi, Case.
About it every year, and this year no different. There's so many inspirational stories of athletes that compete in the Boston Marathon every year. And one of those 30,000 runners that you just mentioned, Doreen, is a partially blind veteran from Warren, just a few hours away now from running in this marathon. An inspiration for athletes throughout southern New England. Our Hector Molina spoke to this runner who says he's excited, but also why he's doing it.
On Marathon Monday, a man whose ability to walk and see were once in jeopardy will run in his 14th marathon in the past 5 years. 54-year-old Warren resident Robert Sanchez will take the starting line Monday morning to race with thousands from Hopkinton to Boston in the world's most famous race. But the 26.2-mile trek is nothing compared to the journey Sanchez has overcome. The Army veteran who served in the Persian Gulf War was severely injured when a bungee cord rebounded and hit him in the eye, hindering his ability to walk and causing him to have extremely limited eyesight.
Because I was afraid of the world. I was tired of falling and I just giving up. But eventually I came to the realization that I need to keep on moving.
Rob was able to get his wheels in motion working with the Play Brigade, a Massachusetts nonprofit spreading awareness and providing opportunities to make recreation and sports accessible for everyone. Working with them, Rob found running to be his sanctuary. But it's something he doesn't do alone. Due to his impaired vision, the Play Brigade gives Rob someone to run with to be his eyes out on the course.
Peacefulness, it's a calm. I just concentrate on the ground or I keep my eyes closed. I listen to the voice, and it's a peace of mind.
That voice on Marathon Monday will be Little Compton resident Jeremy Howard. The two will run the marathon side by side. Howard is an ultra-marathon runner who routinely runs races over 100 miles. But the impact Rob has had on him can't be measured.
I call it kind of a selfish pleasure because I'm getting an immense amount out of this. But it's probably the most rewarding thing I've done in forever.
For a man who once hibernated from the world during a dark time, running has opened his eyes to a new chapter of his life.
Opened up the world to me. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I guess you could say it opened up my eyes, and I seen a whole brand new world.
Hector Molina, ABC 6 News.
Oh, how amazing is that? Wishing Rob the best of luck today, and going to be a total team effort. It really is, with the runners getting ready to go off just a little after 9 o'clock this morning. Our live coverage continues from the starting line here in Hopkinton at the 126 Boston Marathon coming up in just a little bit. For now, though, Doreen, let's send it back to you.
All right, Case, thanks. It won't be long before we see those runners stretching there behind him in Hopkinton. It is 5:44, and there is still much more to come on Good Morning Providence. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I was walking in the grocery store when my foot slipped on some water that was left on the floor, and bam! I hit the floor hard. I hit my head and sprained my wrist. There was no warning, no sign, just ba-bam! So that's when I called attorney Tom Sparks. Tom handled my case, and ba-bam! He got me $45,000.
Storefall, make the call. It starts with Sparks.
Call 1-800-SPARKS-LAW.
Ba-bam!
Since I left for college, my dad has gotten back into some of his old hobbies. And now he's taking Trulicity. And it looks like he's gotten into some new, healthier habits, too.
What changes are you making for your type 2 diabetes? Maybe it's time to try Trulicity. It's proven to help lower A1C. It could help you lose up to 10 pounds. And it's only taken once a week, so it can fit into your busy life. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. The choices you make can help control your A1C. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
When you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be back. Let's do this! I'll be there by your side. I'll be anything you want to.
Good morning, America.
Your happiest spring starts at Lowe's. Experience all the deals at SpringFest. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility.
Volkswagen has an SUV that's the perfect match for your lifestyle. Whether it's head-turning style, room for your entire family, a turbocharged joyride, or an all-electric experience. With our SUV lineup, any choice is a smart choice. More vehicles are arriving all the time. Visit your Providence Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about our vehicle lineup.
Welcome back. It is 5:47. Time for news with a focus on your health this morning. And a lot of us wear our shoes around the house, but you might want to think twice about that. Researchers with 360 dust analysis say leaving your shoes on inside the house could bring in potentially harmful pathogens from outside. Everything from infectious germs, road asphalt residue to lawn treatment chemicals could all be hitching a ride from your shoes to inside your home. The group says if you're not interested in walking around barefoot or in socks, a pair of indoor shoes you never wear outside could be a good solution. And a new study shows that long nails could leave you vulnerable to fungus and bacteria that get trapped underneath. One study even found MRSA, an antibiotic-resistant bacteria that can cause serious infections. That bacteria can be transferred into your system by scratching yourself or touching your face. It's important to keep those extra long nails as clean as they are glamorous. Here's a look outside this morning as we approach the sunrise this morning on Monday morning, the day after Easter, and we've been seeing some cooler temps because we were just so spoiled last week, Chelsea.
Exactly. Last week we were way above average. So this week we're actually feeling a little bit more like April out there with temperatures that are topping out in the upper 50s range in the coming days. The average high is now about 60 degrees, so we're ever so slightly cooler than average, but more seasonable than the really warm temperatures we had last week. Waiting on the official sunrise to happen about 12 minutes from now, just at 6:01 this morning, certainly getting earlier and earlier, and that sun will help us warm up a bit because this morning, especially in low-lying spots, New Bedford, Taunton, Norwood this morning, hovering in that low 30s range, a few spots in the upper 20s, 32 in Smithfield right now, 36 in Providence, 36 in Newport. The average low is about 40 degrees for the Providence area. So again, just a few degrees cooler than average outside this morning, a little bit cooler than even yesterday morning, which did feel cool to kick off our Easter Sunday. The breeze is light in most spots and it stays light through the morning hours, but a light breeze at around 8 miles per hour in the Providence area, enough to make us feel even a few degrees cooler. Luckily, those really chilly spots like Norwood and Taunton, calm winds this morning, no wind chill factor. Now today our high should make it into the mid to even upper 50s range in most locations. Similar temperatures tomorrow and Wednesday. Again, the average high now for this time of year is about 60 degrees. We'll hover around 60 on Thursday and we'll warm up a bit as we head into Friday. So a cooler start to the week, but again, more seasonable. High pressure in control this morning. Perfect sunshine to start the day. Should be a nice, bright morning across southern New England. That being said, much wider view shows you this circle of clear sky going to be gradually pushing off to the east, and you can see rain down to our southwest that'll be inching closer as the day progresses. What we're seeing outside right now is sunshine. Sunshine will continue into the early afternoon, and then from there, clouds start to increase. Shortly at around midnight, I would say, maybe just after midnight, this is about 1 o'clock in the morning, you can see widespread heavy rain coming in as that low pressure system impacts the area. 3 a.m., downpouring rain outside in the early morning hours. Now, the good news is by the time the morning commute comes around tomorrow, the heaviest of rain will come to an end, but that being said, there'll be some big puddles, some ponding on the roadways before we gradually start to dry out and see a little bit of sun. Along with this heavy rain is going to come some very gusty winds, especially for coastal locations. Winds will stick with us through tomorrow afternoon, gradually backing down into Wednesday as we see some sunshine. Again, in terms of rainfall, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in most locations. That's enough to leave some big puddles on the roads tomorrow, some ponding on the roads for that morning commute, even though the heavy rain has come to an end. It'll also be windy. 11 o'clock, gusts are coming in 25 to 35 miles per hour, and overnight at times out towards the Cape and the islands, those gusts are going to be over 50 miles per hour. Coastal Rhode Island, gusts over 40 miles per hour, and it stays windy into tomorrow morning before things start to wind down in terms of the wind as we head through later in the day tomorrow. There is a wind advisory for most of the area beginning at 1 a.m., lasting until 10 a.m. tomorrow, and a high wind warning for the Cape and the islands where the winds will be the gustiest. With sunshine to start the day today, increasing clouds as the day goes on, temps in the mid-50s. Tonight we have periods of heavy rain. We have windy conditions. Again, that rain looks to move in around midnight, shortly after midnight, and we continue to see rain, some showers into early tomorrow morning. It stays windy tomorrow. Gusts for the Providence area around 30 miles per hour, but again, along the coastline, even higher wind gusts. We're looking at sunshine as we head into Wednesday. Temperatures in the upper 50s on Thursday. Temperatures around 60 degrees. Friday looks nice. Sunshine with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s range.
Yeah. And again, we joke about the chilly temperatures this morning, but it is just because we were so very spoiled and we enjoyed every moment of that.
Entire week we had above average temperatures. We're talking like 10 degrees above average. So feeling a bit more seasonable.
All right. Well, the runners will thank you today,
exactly.
Chelsea. Thank you very much. Checking some entertainment news now. This weekend saw some highs and lows at the box office with the newest film in the Harry Potter universe getting some mixed results. Making it to the #1 spot this weekend was Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. It made $43 million. But for the franchise, that is an all-time low for a debut. Mark Wahlberg's newest film, Father Stu, debuting at #5 with $5.7 million in ticket sales. And Sonic the Hedgehog 2 fell to second, but $30 million gave the sequel a 10-day total of $120 million. It is 5:53, and still to come here on Good Morning Providence, the future of sports jerseys, giving fans a chance to learn more about players during the game. And coming up a little bit later on Good Morning America, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan made their return to Great Britain for the first time since leaving their royal family to kick off the Invictus Games. Find out how they were received coming up on GMA.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Leno. Great to be back home in Newport, Rhode Island. Hey, check out my new comedy game show, You Bet Your Life. It's a nice break from the daily grind, and there's no politics. A comedy show with no politics. Tell a few jokes, meet interesting people, win some money. Couldn't be simpler. You Bet Your Life, weeknights at 7 on ABC6.
ABC6 Weather is sponsored by Dibs, improving the construction industry.
Welcome to Dibs. Designed by those in the field to take the friction out of bidding. Post on Dibs and plan the whole job from start to finish. Dibs has quotes, contracts, payments, and supplies all in one place. In moments, Dibs will connect you with the best crews and trusted professionals in your area. Dibs, a new twist on bidding.
Blue Buffalo, huh? Yeah, Purina One. Yeah, I used to feed Purina One, but then I read the ingredients. Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's right there. Chicken, rice, flour, corn, gluten meal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal. What's in blue? Deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, barley, oatmeal. Yeah, but those ingredients cost a lot more. Blue's about 40 cents more a day. That's not too much for my Chester.
Right now, every day seems to get more and more expensive. But at Walmart, you can trust we're helping you save money. Because every day, we have the low prices you need to save money and live better.
When our daughter and her kids moved in with us, our bargain detergent couldn't keep up.
Turns out it's mostly water.
So we switched back to Tide. One wash, stains are gone.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. It's gotta be Tide.
This is a Rob Levine and Associates Zantac alert. Let's talk about Zantac and why there were lawsuits. Zantac and their generic equivalents have been linked to cancer. If you take Zantac or have in the past and have any of these cancers, call me, attorney Rob Levine. Call 1-800-LAW-1222. Zantac lawsuits may result in money for your cancer treatments and more. There is a time limit. Call 1-800-LAW-1222 now. Call the law firm you know. I'm attorney Rob Levine, and we're all about helping you.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Murphy. I know how hectic life can be, so give us 11 minutes at 11 o'clock, and we'll give you 11 minutes of non-stop commercial-free news and weather.
A group of Tesla stockholders is asking a judge to silence Elon Musk in a fraud case. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has those details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Elon Musk versus Tesla shareholders. As billionaire Elon Musk fights to take over Twitter, he's now in a legal battle against his own shareholders at Tesla. They've now asked a judge to force Musk to stop commenting about their case, which stems from his tweets back in 2018 about taking Tesla private. The shareholders are suing for alleged securities fraud. You can now pay for a movie and popcorn with the cryptocurrency Dogecoin. AMC Theaters will accept the payment through the company's mobile app. It uses BitPay, which connects to your crypto wallet. And finally, a possible sign of the future in sports. Check out the jerseys worn by the University of Central Florida's football team during their spring game. Unique QR codes replace numbers on their backs. Fans can scan the codes to learn more about the players. Talk about a snap decision. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Oh, Andrew Dimbert. Kind of a unique idea, Sam.
Yeah, I'm not convinced anybody's holding their phone up to the TV to learn more about the players, but we'll give you one more look up to Boston, how long it's going to take you this morning. If you're on 95, it'll take you 19 minutes to get between 295 and 128. On 24, it'll take you just 16 minutes between 495 and 93. I'm Sam LaFrance with your updated traffic. Chelsea, what's going on?
Well, Sam, we have sunshine outside this morning, a nice bright start to the day, some increasing clouds later in the afternoon, and overnight some heavy rain and gusty winds in the forecast continuing into early tomorrow before we gradually dry out and clear out. We'll see sunshine on Wednesday, those temperatures staying in the mid to upper 50s to start the week. Doreen?
All right, Chelsea, thanks. Just about 5:58. We have much more news, weather, and traffic and Boston Marathon coverage live from the starting line right here on Good Morning Providence right after this.